Do dash cams actually record license plates? This is the exact moment you bought a dash cam for, a hit and run. You grab the footage, positive you got them, and what happens? A blurry image. It's not going to help the police, it's not going to help your insurance company, and overall, it's not going to help you. And it leaves you holding the bag of money that you're going to have to pay because the dash camera didn't do the job you were hoping it was going to do. All this fake ads telling you it's going to catch license plates clear as day. So, do dash cameras actually record license plates? Well, yes, they do, and no, they don't. We bought and tested some of the most advanced and popular dash cameras out there. When we put them through a whole bunch of tests driving during the day and driving at night. Honestly, the truth is quite shocking at some of the results we've seen. Some of the top rated dash cameras on Amazon had absolutely no nighttime performance, which means if you're driving at night, there is no chance in the world you are going to be getting a license plate in any kind of late night collision. So, why is it that some dash cameras work great during the day and some at night? And why are there glowing reviews on Amazon where customers are saying that certain dash cameras work amazing and others not? To further explain this, I want to dive into the differences of some of the license plates from all around the world. Then I'm going to bring it back to the United States and Canada to try and give you a comparison so you better understand. So let's start with Taiwan. Over the last year, I've had the privilege of going to South Korea, China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Vietnam. And I started noticing subtle differences between license plates and dash cameras being used in those markets compared to what is being used in Canada and the United States. And I really started paying attention to it this year when I recently just went to Taiwan and Vietnam. And it really kind of blew me away, the big differences between our markets. And I started dialing in and just kind of better understanding on why there are certain license plate capture challenges in the North American market. So let's look at Taiwan specifically. They have three major different license plates. One is white and black. And the white and black license plate typically is for your everyday driver. So for me, if I'm driving around my vehicle and just driving to and from work, picking up the kids, whatever I'm doing, that's a white and black license plate. Now, if you are an Uber driver, Lyft driver, or someone in the taxi cab industry, it is going to be a white license plate with red writing. If you're a commercial driver, maybe you're a bus driver or a freight line, you drive like a freight liner or a truck driver. Typically, that is going to be a green license plate with white writing, or I did see a couple variations where it was a green license plate with red writing. So now, if you're looking to build a dash camera that's specifically only for Taiwan, you only need to focus on dialing in a few variations of color. And the other thing is the license plate is much bigger compared to the United States and Canada. So if you already know the fonts are bigger, you know you're limited to white, black, white, red, and a green backing license plate, you literally need to make a dash camera that's dialed in and focused on those three colors, which makes it quite easy for you. So while we were traveling around Taiwan, I noticed that a lot of the dash cameras being used weren't really brands I was familiar with, but they also weren't really high resolution because, like I said, the license plates are a lot bigger and it's not huge variations in colors. So let's fast forward now to the United States, and I want to take a look at California specifically. And right off the California registration website, there's about 18 different variations of license plates, and you're going to notice some differences. First off, on the top of every single license plate, they need to list the state. The font has to be shrunk. While when we're looking at Taiwan or a lot of the Asian countries, they don't really list like what state they're from. They don't list what country they're from. It's literally white and black lettering. It's very simple. But because In the United States and Canada, we have state and provincial registrations. We need to know exactly what state or province that vehicle is from. So, because of that, we now have right at the top the state, which, as you can see, is California. And if I look at BC, British Columbia up here in Canada, it's also going to say British Columbia. So now we're shrinking the font down in order to fit that in. And then on top of that, in the bottom corners of a lot of the license plates in Canada, we're adding a sticker in. And in BC, we no longer do the sticker, but in a lot of other provinces, they still do. And that sticker now takes up a space, causing the lettering to now get smaller again. So instead of using the full height of that license plate, we're now only using a section of that license plate because we want to make sure to put what state it's from and or what province it's from. And then we also have the expiry at the bottom, which when I look at the California plates, it looks like those expiry stickers go on the top right and left corners. So you have all these different colors and all these different variations just in BC and California. That's only just one province and one state. And now when we take a look at multiple different states, multiple different colors, and then we have to deal with daytime and nighttime video performance, we're actually adding a lot of extra work for the dashcam companies to try and dial in. And this is why I think sometimes people are saying, hey, I see your test videos, Ben, but I'm not getting the same performance. And I'm like, that's weird. And then I kind of go after the dash camera companies like, hey, why are some of these customers having challenges? Now, we don't get a lot of these inquiries, but occasionally I might see a comment here or there on YouTube, and it makes me wonder. And after being to Asia and just experiencing the market and kind of piecing all the puzzle pieces together, this is why so many customers are investing in 4K cameras to get the better chance of getting the critical license plate information. Now, if we also fast forward that into oncoming traffic and trying to get license plates, not all provinces and not all states have a front license plate either. So now, on top of the fact that you're trying to get the critical license plate information, there's a lot of states that do not even have a front license plate. Now, if I remember correctly, I think 23 of the United States states do not have a front license plate. So focusing on getting that critical information, the front license plate is completely irrelevant in 23 of the 50 states. And if we look at Canada, but there are a few that I know of that do have no front license plate at all. Are you getting something out of this? If you're a driver, a tech fan, or just someone who wants to be prepared, do us a favor and subscribe to the channel. We are always testing the tech that actually matters in the real world so you can make smarter choices. Hit that subscribe button and let's get to the solution and get you educated on dash camera. Okay, now that we understand one of the key challenges, we have more than 8,331 unique license plates in the USA according to DJC law. Wow. But that's not the end of the story. The tech has evolved, and there are now specific features that fix the problem. If you want a camera that can actually give you a chance to read a license plate, these are the features you should be looking for. First, let's talk about the foundation, the image sensor. For too long, the marketing has been all about resolution. 1080p, 2K, 4K. And while higher resolution is good, it's the sensor that does the heavy lifting, especially at night. Right now, the gold standard is the Sony Starvis 2 image sensor. This isn't a tiny upgrade, it's a game changer. Compared to older sensors, Starvis 2 has a much larger pixel size, meaning it can capture way more light. Think of each pixel as a bucket collecting rain. A bigger bucket collects more water. In the same way, a bigger pixel gathers more light, giving you a brighter, cleaner image with less graininess in the dark. This is step one to beating the darkness. But a great sensor alone can't beat the biggest enemy at night, glare. That's where high dynamic range, or HDR, comes in. But not all HDR is the same. You've seen HDR on your phone where it balances a bright sky with dark shadows. On a dash cam, its job is way more critical. At night, a normal camera sees headlights and the reflection from a plate as pure, overwhelming white light. It completely blows out the details, leaving you with that useless white rectangle where the license plate should be. A dashcam with true multi-exposure HDR tackles this by essentially recording two videos at once. It captures one frame with a quick short exposure to see the details in the bright spots, like the numbers on a license plate, and another frame with a long exposure to see the details in the dark parts of the road. It then instantly merges them into a single balanced image. The difference is stunning. Blinding headlights glare is knocked down, and the overexposed plate becomes clear and readable. In our tests, cameras with this technology, like the Vantrue N4 Pro, the Viofo A229 Pro, Viofo A329S, the Vuroid S1 4K, produced perfectly legible plates on cars moving at high speeds at night, while cameras without it failed in the exact same scenario. This is probably the single most important feature for nighttime capture. But even with these great cameras using the best Sony Starvis 2 image sensor, we did find times at night where it could not pick up license plates due to motion blur. Just goes to show that even having the best of the best isn't a guarantee that you're going to get the license plate every single time. However, from all of our testing, this still gives you the best chance of getting that critical information when driving around at night. Now let's solve for distance. Most dash cams use a wide angle lens to get that sweeping view of the road. That's great for context, but it means a license plate on a car a few lengths ahead is tiny. Covered by only a few pixels, even with 4K, there's often not enough data to read it. This has led to a brilliant new solution, the Telephoto dashcam. Models like the Viofo A329T now include a second specialized telephoto lens that acts like a pair of binoculars for your car. It sacrifices a wide view for optical zoom with the sole purpose of zeroing in on distant details. In our testing, a telephoto lens can clearly capture a license plate from over 60 feet, 20 meters away, even in motion, a distance where a standard 4K camera just shows a blur. Pairing a wide-angled 4K camera with a 2K telephoto gives you the best of both worlds, the full story of what happened, and the zoomed-in critical plate number. Finally, let's talk bitrate. Think of bitrate as the amount of data your camera crams into every second of video. A higher bitrate means a bigger file. Sure, but it also means less compression and a much cleaner image. Some high-end cameras let you crank this up, while a standard camera might record at 25 megabits per second or less. Some can be set to 60 or even 100. This dramatically improves the chance of getting a readable plate, especially with fast motion. It's a trade-off, since it eats up your memory card faster, but when that footage is your only evidence, the extra detail is everything. This, my friends, is why some dash cameras are very particular on what SD cards are supported and what SD cards work on those particular units. So what's the final verdict? The hard truth is that for a huge number of cameras out there, the idea that my dash camera will get the plate is a total myth, especially at night. A standard camera without HDR is simply not built to handle the glare and low light of nighttime driving. It will likely fail you right when you need it. But what if a brand new top tier dash camera isn't in the budget right now? Here's a simple free trick that works with any dash camera that has a microphone. If you're in a hit and run, force yourself to say the license plate out loud. Repeat it twice. Even if the video is a blurry mess, at least the audio recording now has the license plate information recorded onto the video. It's a low-tech backup for a high-tech problem, and it could possibly save you. And even if you have the high-end camera, this might be a good thing to just practice just in case, because you never know when that person might drive away from the scene of the crime. At the end of the day, a dash cam is one of the most important safety tools you can have, but you have to be a smart buyer. Don't just look at the resolution. Look for the Sony Starvis 2 sensor, particularly the IMX678 image sensor. Look for true HDR and consider a telephoto option if you're worried about distance. Investing in the right tech is the only way to turn a false sense of security into real protection. What's your experience been? Has a dash cam ever saved you or failed you? Let us know in the comments. Your story might just help another driver make the right decision. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are looking to support us in any way, check us out, safedrivesolutions.com, where we offer professional installation in Greater Vancouver and Greater Toronto, Canada. We also supply dash cameras and sell them on safedrivesolutions.com. Have a safe drive.